Hi, my name is Ariana, and I'm on the product marketing team here at Decagon. Today, we're really excited to show you how Decagon provides you the tools to create a golden test set. I'm excited to be joined by Eric from the product management team to share more about the next generation of simulations, Decagon's self-maintaining testing suite for AI agents. So Eric, many AI platforms today already have a testing solution, and oftentimes it's also powered by AI. We've heard from a lot of customers recently that this testing approach often feels like a black box. How did you evaluate this problem when building out the latest simulations?
Yeah, great question. So there's really kind of two sides to the black box problem. The first is in generating the tests, where AI-built tests often don't give you enough control over the test and what's actually going to be checked. And then the second is in the results. When a test fails, it's unclear exactly what went wrong, where in the conversation what went wrong, and then especially how to fix it. So our priority in this generation of tests was to fix those two problems explicitly and give the user both more control, more granularity, and also more flexibility.
That trust piece is definitely huge if we want to get this right with our customers. What would you say has been the biggest limitation when it comes to how testing has worked until recently that made this trust so hard?
Yeah, most people treat testing as kind of a point solution. So I made a change and I test that one change. But the way we think about testing is more holistic. You want basically a golden set of tests that you can run against any version of your agent and figure out whether that agent version is better or worse than the previous. The reason almost no one has this is building it is slow and really tedious, and maintaining it over time is super hard as agents evolve very quickly. So keeping it relevant has always been really manual and really tedious work.
Totally makes sense. And now that agents are managing more and more workflows for any business nowadays, creating that always relevant test suite seems like this never-ending cycle of catching up.
Yeah.
How do the newest simulations resolve this?
So creating, maintaining, and keeping current that golden test set is really the big innovation in this new generation of simulations. The thing I love most is the collaboration between simulations and Duet. You can actually use Duet to generate individual simulations, update them as your agent changes, and manage that golden test set over time. You can even take a real conversation from production and turn it into a simulation in one step so that your tests reflect what customers are actually doing. And that really reduces the effort that made golden test sets unrealistic for most customers.
That's definitely a huge step in the next evolution of testing. One last question for you. What would you say is the one thing that you're personally most excited about for this launch?
What this unlocks for Duet Autopilot, which is Decagon's solution to make the platform self-improving, is really, really awesome. Because simulations are now reliable and clear, they can be operated by an agent directly. What Autopilot does is it runs your simulations, pinpoints exactly where you need to make improvements in your agent, and actually routes those fixes back through Duet for you to review and approve. And this truly does make agent building into a self-improving process.
Well, thanks so much for being here today with us, Eric. I'm really excited to see how customers will use simulations.